Okay, Pancho, thanks very much for sending through the video for review. It's a real pleasure to be able to advise you and hopefully improve your performances over time. First of all, you're a fine surfer. You've got some good aspects to your surfing, but there are some fine-tuning things that need to be thought about and worked on, and just small changes to a number of these manoeuvres will really improve your surfing in a dynamic way. Both forehand and backhand, there's little things you're doing that you can change that will make your surfing much more aggressive and more powerful, and with that come a better performance level. So skills to work on. You currently do this skill but not as well as you possibly could, and so you can see this surfer takes off and straightens his body fully. You can also do that on your backhand where you straighten your body in, and what you're doing there is you're generating horizontal speed to put into the first manoeuvres of a ride. You can see this surfer takes off and cuts across, generates his horizontal speed, does a big turn, and then loses his speed, so he does that action again where he straightens his body and lifts. What you do is you are doing that skill, but you're not straightening your body fully, and the arms could be just lifted just a touch higher. Backhand's a little bit better. You can see there's a straightening of the body and lifting in the way towards where you want to go, and that's a good thing. But I'd really work hard on trying to straighten your body more fully. You'll get more speed, and what we're doing that for is so that we can get into that first bottom turn to hit the first section as hard as possible. When you're doing your bottom turns, you're doing most of your bottom turns are what I call minor bottom turns. And there's another type of bottom turn where you bend your body and you bend your legs more to generate maximum speed. So here's a minor bottom turn that sets up a minor top turn. But if you want to do a major top turn, you should be doing a major bottom turn where you bend your body, reach out with your hand, get your chest close to your knees, and just like this surfer here comes down, bends his body and drives up into a vertical entry, does it again on the next thing. Because he's setting up major turns, you can see here again there's this bending of the body, hand reaching forward, and with that comes more power off the bottom to put into the top turn. When you're doing your top turns, when you're doing these snaps, you're tending to do one where you're looking down the line as your first choice. Sometimes when you get more time, you look straight down to the 6 o'clock position, but that's not good enough, I think. What you need to do is make this type of snap your number one choice, where you look back to the base of the foam. That opens up your shoulders more and creates the biggest and strongest turn that you can do. And you can see this surfer comes up. His first choice is to turn his head and look back to the base of the foam, and that's a recommended change. When you do your cutbacks, a cutback isn't a cutback unless you put it high off the foam on the rebound. So just have the intention of taking your cutbacks back to the top of the foam. And the reason we do that is so that you go deeper into the section, it allows the wave to build up, and you can usually do a better next turn of the ride. Or it might be that you do the cutback here, the wave goes fat at the end of the ride, and you're finishing the ride with a committed manoeuvre, which adds to the performance. When you come off the bottom and the lip's above your head, you need to straighten and throw or lift both arms above your head, and it's normally after a snap you come off the bottom and that lip is coming down at you. In these cases, in this instance here, you lift both arms high above your head so that you get your front foot above the lip on impact, and then you got a chance to recenter. Here's Geordie Smith coming across. You can see he comes in way deep, the lips, and you can see he really lifts his arms up above his head to make that manoeuvre. When you come to your finishes, you're just too tall on your finishes, and even though you're making them, when you're faced with a difficult finish, you should instinctively bend your body into a low, compressed body position, chest over front knee, and that's not happening in your surfing right now. So if you're going to try and do big turns, a big part of those big turns is that compressed body on landing, and that's something you need to do. On your backhand, looking back to the base of the foam should be your first choice. On your backhand snaps, when you're doing your cutbacks, remember you on the back end, you're also trying to go high and hard so that you get all those benefits from that deeper position. If you're faced with a deep maneuver, you need to get high, front foot above on impact. And then when you're finishing on your back end, if it's a difficult finish, bend low, compress low, exaggerate the bend, and you'll have more success because of it.